Alright guys, Anthony with Awesome Stroke Weapon Skills here. Today we're talking about Fabris Plate 24. So in Plate 24, Fabris describes a wound of a third against a third. It's going to be very similar to the previous Plate 23 we just talked about, except instead of starting to the inside of the last plate, we're starting to the outside. Again, we're starting in Mr. Larga, the long distance, which is the step between everything. I'm doing the same. I'm moving my tip, trying to bait him to move, trying to bait him to do something. My ultimate goal is to find his sword, and so, which would then let me proceed in and attack from there. He's taking advantage of this, what he sees as an opening, not realizing it's only my tip moving sees the whole sword moving. If my whole sword is moving, the actions the opponent takes in this play are effective and are the proper things to be doing. So it's important to notice that this only fails because I'm baiting him by only moving the tip of the blade and not the whole sword by itself to make these plays happen. He's looking to do one of two things, and they're both very similar, so it's not really easy to discern, at least on video at least. He's going to either do a provocation, go to the other side, locking me out, or he's just going to be staying to the outside, finding my blade in return, locking me out, pressing things away. So again, with both those options, my response is the same. So as we line up to the outside, use your larga, our long distance, I'm going to move my tip, trying to find his blade, like so. As he reacts to that, I'm just going to drop back down, step in me myself, making the move. So again, we are at long distance. Swords are out, I've got to find his blade, he drops, I drop, I step, and lean against as well. One more time. This time if we just find instead, which you'll see is not a very large difference at all in his actions, I just step through and lean and press out. So again, this one is pretty straightforward. There's not a whole lot to exactly deal with that. So the main things to focus on are the reactions of the other fencer, why they're doing that, and what's going on. Some drills to help make this plate feel better, flow a little bit smoother, and practicing things. To help understand what the other fencer is doing. Right, we use simple drills, but just practicing them doing provoking or finding the blade and pressing in. So if we're out long, I'm up here. If I'm just moving my whole hand, or I just let him do the provocation in general, if he provocaciones, do the press in, set this off, and I'm pretty sure this is one of the earlier plays we've already talked about, just kind of highlighting that, right? So same thing, starting outside. As I pick up, he does the provocation, presses out, locks up the blade, working from there. The other option is just the counter find against it and walking through. So same thing. As I come up to find his blade, he finds against it, steps in, setting me aside, carrying out the other side coming through. So again, without the provocation, I come up, he just lines up, drives through, presses off. So that's plate 24. If there's any questions, as always, feel free to comment below, reach out to us on Facebook, anything like that. Thank you.